Hello everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back. I got a new mission from Luis for StarCraft Odyssey. If you have no idea what StarCraft Odyssey is, well, it's a very long-running series of mine, one of my favorite StarCraft 2 series. I would say that this campaign has the best dialogue and best overarching narrative of any community campaign I think that I have ever played, honestly. We've been sent Mission 11, Graveyard of Legends. Look, it's been a really long time, possibly the second longest gap between missions that we've seen before. I'm very excited for this. I'm going to struggle perhaps to remember what happened last, though usually the loading screen gives you a little, last time on StarCraft 2 Odyssey. If you're unfamiliar with the story at all, stick around, maybe you'll get intrigued, but I would highly encourage you to go and watch all of it. There's really no way I could sum it up all at the beginning of this video. With that being said, let's get started. Map 11, Graveyard of Legends. I remember we went to go and try and rescue Tyrion. We had to rescue another guy, and we thought we'd get Tyrion, but it turned out that he was already dead, unfortunately. And that I think we went there for nothing as well. Like, it turned out that the person we rescued didn't even know anything. The Hell's Rejects achieved what was considered impossible, to pierce the defenses of Ignisun and take over Ember Scar. Not long after leaving the planet with Carl Webster aboard, a disappointing truth hit them. Midas Apex Technologies was never trusted with the location of PL-046, the planet believed to house Project Prometheus. The Hell's Rejects' achievement had been for nothing. However, a silver lining has presented itself in the form of Kale Nylox and his boys, convicts given the penalty of exodus who have agreed to join them, men trained by Tyrion Stryker himself. As the Heimdall prepared to leave the Hall system, 3 cargo ships approached in need of help. Reese and some of his men had survived a failed attempt at taking the Sigma Taurus communication platform. With Doe and the Spartan battlecruiser taken by the Federation to the Boneyard salvaging operation, a rescue attempt needs to be made as soon as possible. Now the Heimdall flies at warp speed, directed there unaware of the trap that awaits. Having relocated to the Boneyard, the Angel of Death has been ordered to interrogate Doe. Upon failing to do so, she was luckily granted a vision, a rare gift of higher-level psionics, revealing Harsh rescuing Doe. Aware of the incoming attack, she prepares the platform for battle, but neither she nor the Hell's Rejects know of the UEC's encroaching fleet. A lot of stuff at play here. I wonder, so if she got a vision of Harsh rescuing Doe, does that mean, she can change the future? Or is it like, I had a vision, hard determinism, this was what's going to happen no matter what, so even if I try and set a trap, then I can't change it, I guess this is, we're getting some deeper philosophical questions here, but I'm going to assume it's the former, and that she sees that as she takes that as a means of changing the future. So we've got the UEC coming in, we have the Zerg Queen captive on our ship, which I feel like is just a time bomb waiting to happen, but we've been using her pretty effectively, and also pretty harshly. So again, that's why I say it's a bit of a time bomb. And so Doe was captured. We had a huge fallout with Doe, who wanted to go to more extreme measures than we were willing to go through as well. We also found a nice space station home base for our colonist friends, and I guess for us to dock at and resupply as well. It is wise to only escort one transport at a time, and even wiser to keep the swarm's blockade permanently effective. Despite the Harpy's destructive power, its attacks are randomized and likelier to strike wherever the Hell's Rejects clump up in larger numbers. Okay. Again, no idea what that could be referring to, but I'm sure we'll find out as we go and get some context. Send me in. Long cutscenes in this campaign. Again, if you're not familiar with it, strap in. I actually think that the narrative is really, really good. Very rarely would I say that long cutscenes are the way to go, but here, Luis has earned the right to just absolutely bombard me with story. The Boneyard. Angel, everything's ready here. This section's the only area we're leaving undefended. The Hell's Rejects will walk right in. I didn't see what he said at the end there, my fault. And now we wait. They may arrive at any moment. Everyone, fall back. Nuts and bolts. Got word you wanted to see me. Capitano, welcome to the big gun room. Is this the Yamato cannon's barrel? More like its heart, brain, and soul. I think that we may be able to tinker with it and seriously increase the damage and range on this puppy. Sounds good, too good to be true. Well, it kind of is. The place is going to get hot, and we'll have to take cooling breaks between shots. Damper firing rate in favor of a longer reach and bigger kick. That's about right. Been teaching Coulter here how to regulate it. She'll keep it within safe temperatures. I trust you, McReady. If you think it'll give the Heimdall an edge, do it. Captain Harsh, can you hear me, Commander? Dr. Heimer, I can hear you loud and clear. What can I do for you? Can you come to the lab, please? We're having sort of disturbance here. I'm on my way, Doc. I wonder if these project names mean more than we think. How so, Lieutenant? Well, the Federation cloned the Zerg back to life and called it Project Lazarus because Lazarus was resurrected. So, Prometheus. What happened to him? Stole fire from the gods. Okay, so who's stealing what from whom, then? That's the question. I mean, it's gotta be Protoss, right? That's why they were able to put shields on their ships? I think it's just them reverse engineering Protoss technology? Everything okay here, Doc? He just walked in, Captain. We weren't sure if he's one of yours. He's not, but it's all right. I'll handle this. Reese? After Alpha Proximus, Doe and I had a speculation about how your ship was managing to power a shield. Now I know. The hell is this, Harsh? It was powering the Cerberus. We're not fully sure what it is, but it sure isn't fully human. Have you tried waking him up? We're pretty sure that thing's never experienced life. So, more animal than man. I remember when life used to be simpler. No aliens, no damn sleeping mutants. Oh, I hear you, Reese. Jared, we're incoming on the Boneyard. Foyd? The Heimdall's locked and loaded. Epps? Boys are ready. It's time, Reese. Let's go get my men in my ship. That dog, man, it was cute for a while with Krovsky and all that, but I'm a little nervous. Everything's ready to ship Doe out to Sentinelius. If the Hell's rejects are really coming, they need to arrive soon. Stall this platform's commander as much as you can, Hicks. We're keeping Doe here for as long as we need. And if they're a no-show, what's our next lead? We'll keep an ear out for reports of the Heimdall. They're bound to. I sure know that look. Showtime? Go. Ladies and germs, battle stations. course. Considerable Federation presence all over the platform, the Spartan dead center of it. We're in for a fight, all right. Find us a place to drop, Sam. Seems they left an entire section undefended. Relay to the drop pods. We're off. I'm picking up several decommissioned battlecruisers down there. The Bismarck, Rorschach? Just forget it. Temptius? Still waiting to be dismantled after 10 years. Rorschach. Legends of the Powering Wars. It's the battlecruiser with the weird ink paintings that ask you what you think you see when you look at them. That's the name of it. You boys know the drill. Hit him hard and hit him fast. Get me ownership of this platform. Jared, listen. I can sense another ghost here. She's leading the Federation forces for sure. She? Someone you know? We need to watch our backs. Gents, I'm seeing makeshift cells all over the place and Reese's men in them. Also, pretty sure the Spartan's been pacified. We need my men freed and the Spartan up to standards. Are they settled in? They bid it hook, line, and sinker. Spring it and send our forces in. You know, if you want to separate us from your ground forces, that's fine with me, okay? Jared, they're raising the bridges. You're stuck on that section. They're... Oh, no, 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 no. Sam? Long-range scanners pick up incoming. Warships warping in. And the UEC. It's a UEC fleet. We got like a three-way battle here. Hicks? Shit, it's the Earthwankers. Damn it. Damn it! Captain, we can't fight the Federation and UEC at the same time. We need to leave this shitstorm now. Everyone back to the Heimdall. Now. We're... Oh my gosh. It's like 4 different factions here. Krofsky, what the hell is happening here? Friggin' heck do you think you're doing, Rayla? Do what you need on that platform. My swarm will prevent that fleet from interfering. Call it a brief moment of cooperation. Don't waste it. That's suspicious. Captain, Queen Bitch wants to help. The Zerg can hold off the UEC for us. How can we be sure we can trust her? Captain, what are your orders? Krofsky, oversee that blockade with her. I don't want a single UEC ship getting through you. Sam, hack this platform and get those bridges back down. Epps, we need the Spartan back to form. Crewmen, the ground forces, fuel, ammo, and the alien power core. We need them all back. We're on it. On me, Reese. What the hell are those things? Kale, don't stop and stare. Your men need to stay sharp if you're going to survive in this new universe of weird. Alright, Commander. We're up for it. Are they with us, Meeks? Can we depend on them? They feel they owe us. They'll fight true. Jared, Federation forces incoming on you. Hunker down and hold them back, Hell's Rejects. We're standing our ground. Angel, seems the Hell's Rejects are staying. Crazy bastards are going to carry on all the same. Then so are we. Push all our forces forward. Gator? Ma'am? Introduce them to the Harpy. Make them regret being born. Gladly. That might be the thing on the from the loading screen where it was saying it's going to hit us from all over the place. Okay, build stuff. Go for it. Let's read the tips on what's going on. Bottom up. Several dozen salvaging platforms exist in deep space, and most lie under control of the Federation or private contractors. The Boneyard is the original and only one with clearance to dismantle battlecruisers and decommission navcoms. Unknown to most, the platform is over 2 centuries old and built from hull parts of the Extremis, one of the supercarriers that brought humans to the Karjan Quadrant. It now stands occupied by a considerable Federation presence, further strengthened by the Angel of Death's strike force. Impounded dead center of it, the Spartan serves as bait for the Hell's rejects. Kali Nylox? Life wasn't easy for Kali Nylox, raised on the mean streets of New Aegis' central city. He quickly resorted to crime and violence to survive. That eventually drew the attention of Ulrich Gorvikov, a minor crime boss of the Midgard Valley district. Growing from a simple spotter to a ruthless enforcer, Kali became a man to fear. Despite adopting numerous flaws from his mentor Ulrich, he learned one virtue, a fierce sense of loyalty. The same loyalty that landed him in Ember Scar for several murders committed at the request of his crime organization. Okay, mission strategy. This is important. Not that the lore's not important, but like this is really important. The Heimdall stands as the overseer of the blockade, preventing the UEC from jeopardizing their attempt at saving Doe and Reese's rebels. Despite remaining stationary, it can still actively help in the fight. It can Yamato Cannon. With safety measures disabled on its biggest weapon, the Yamato Cannon has tripled its damage and drastically increased its range. You love to hear that. 5 tactical fighters can be dispatched from the ship to a target location. Upon reaching it, they will secure it, engaging all enemies for up to 90 seconds and can be recalled earlier to the Heimdall. Both abilities are controlled from the main command center, and though they can be employed on the blockade, they are better used for support the Hell's Rejects. And then we've got the Swarm blockade. The UEC seems intent on overtaking the Boneyard, and thanks to Rayla, her Swarm has created a blockade between the incoming fleet and the platform. Controlled from the Heimdall and consisting of 3 positions, each can hold up 1 Leviathan and 8 Mutalisks. The blockade needs to be maintained and kept at full capacity as much as possible. Enemy ships that manage to break through will eventually attack the Hell's Rejects' outposts and supply lines. A full failure of the blockade may prove overwhelming to defend against. So we've got Heimdall and then our main command center. Heimdall. Captain, we're going to need to keep this blockade in place or we'll be hamstrung to long-range support. Well, the Yamato's ready for range on steroids. You make good use of it and we'll keep it running cool. Scrambling the TAC fighter squadrons as well. We need all the help we can give. Let's get a lot of gas early because that's always a thing that we need. So we're cut off from the rest of the platform. This looks good. That's nice. Let's just go ahead and get SCVs for now. So, can we, like, scan and... Might as well... I mean, I'm just going to use this stuff as we get it. That's a decently long cooldown, but, like, we really should just use these things. Looks like there are going to be resources that pop out every so often. So what is the Heimdall here? Oh, reinforce the blockade. Okay. Okay, and then, yeah, recall those. A big part of this is just using this scan to reveal as much of the map as possible. That's always been a thing in previous maps. Let's get some medics. I'm gonna get some additional, Okay. So I'm not sure at what point we'll be available to rebuild these blockades.
Big job.
The doctor is in.
But in case anything gets through, I'm just going to go ahead and build some defense of some sort. We'll get like a bunker over here.
SCV ready.
And on all other Odyssey missions, gas is always a long-term issue, so just keep scanning. Let's see if we can find... Again, we're just looking for stuff that we can drop our abilities on later.
Research complete.
We'll just make Marines for now.
Go ahead.
One more SCV here. Yamato's ready. Let's just keep scanning and looking.
SCV ready.
Curious if they're going to repair this stuff if we shoot it with the Yamato.
Go, go, go.
We're gonna... I wonder if we just want to chip away at that base over the course of this for all that time.
This better be good.
Let's load you guys in. Warhounds. Yo, give me a Warhound, please.
Additional supply depots required.
Okay, getting those turrets. And we'll get some depots down
Not
here.
enough minerals.
And more resources. We've almost got these fighters. I'll send them maybe, like, right
Base
over
is
there.
under attack.
Okay, that's Federation that's attacking us over here. So we do, in fact, need... We could scan for that.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, look at that. Okay, let's get over there and help out.
Upgrade
We're
complete.
gonna need a little defense back here in this direction as well.
What's going
We don't have fire suppression, so we gotta take care of that ASAP.
Be ready.
More, I guess more turrets back here.
Who wants some?
Yeah, structure plating. You know your boy loves structure plating. He really does. Scan here and then fly in TAC fighters. I assume the TAC fighters can die, but I'm not so sure. Yeah, they're not repairing, which is actually a big deal. We can just chip away at these structures.
Your forces are under attack.
Sam, how's that hacking coming along? Patience is a virtue.
You're on the ball.
Okay, let's get
Be ready.
an armory. Just waiting for resources at this point. Not much to really be done. Okay, well, we got to check for these scrap things to be popping up every so often, and that's some cheap,
SCV ready.
cheap and easy resources to get. Let's keep scanning, otherwise we're not doing anything else. Ah, those are the... Ah, they're captive there. Yeah, I'm just going to keep dropping
SCV ready.
Yamatos and use the fighters on these areas, because I think we could just chip away at their production.
What's going on?
Okay, let's get another barracks.
SCV ready.
Why are most of these grayed out? Oh, because we need the armory. Okay, alright, that's fine.
Base is under attack.
Let's get some Goliaths.
SCV ready.
Seems prudent. Federation's hitting us from all angles right now. It's alright, we'll get more turrets set up here momentarily. Just get more Marines. We got the Goliaths coming in. We don't have an easy way to repair any of this stuff. High-sec auto-tracking for sure. I'm glad that I built this stuff. I'm glad I built these
Additional
turrets
supply
behind
depots
my...
required.
I'm glad I built these missile turrets behind
Additional
my...
supply depots required.
my harvesting. I sort of half expected that to be a thing. Yamato is ready, so let's Yamato here. And then we'll use TAC Fighter Strike to sort of secure it. If we can. Let's check our... Let's reinforce our things. There's a lot to keep track of here. A lot to keep track of. Okay, we are reinforcing.
Forces are under attack.
You know what? I'm going to get another engineering bay. And then get the multi-lock weapon systems for Goliaths. I think Goliaths are just a great choice here. Marines
Not
and
enough minerals. Research.
combat shields. Marines get eaten up in these missions at this point, so we do have to be a little careful. They get absolutely eaten up. Let's do that. Yamato is not prepared yet. I did hear the little chirp to say, "Hey, there's resources ready." Okay, hit that.
Who wants some?
Do we want Neo Steel as well?
Base is
I guess
under
so. Shrike turrets couldn't hurt as well because these Vikings land and then we need something that can shoot them. I guess a couple Perdition turrets couldn't hurt.
Here. What's going on?
I'm going to get some tanks, and we could set them up kind of in this area. Let's get a bunker down here, because eventually these not these platforms, but these areas are going to, these ramps are going to lower, and we're going to need to defend them up there. Or down here, rather. I'm not so sure. Okay, depots. Let's check our blockade. Just keep reinforcing those every so often. Not much UEC is getting through. Basically, none of the UEC is getting through. Keep zapping this. That should be enough to kill it or get it into burning.
complete.
Okay, really just need more depots. Just cram them in there wherever they will fit. Concussive shells and stim pack. And healing range,
Upgrade.
predators, Hercs, Meeks' teachings. You know what? Yeah, we can make a couple of those guys. Okay, get over here, help them. Just cram in more turrets back here. Stop them from getting through.
Complete.
Okay, +2 armor is acceptable. Faster repair. Hellstorm. Yeah, just again, we want to queue up all this stuff where possible.
Base is under attack. Research complete.
Okay, not bad, not bad. I think this is going really well. Do I have TAC fighters? I do. Keep sending them over in this direction. And then we got another Yamato. Again, I'm just going to keep chipping away at the Federation's ability to build stuff. It's unclear if they're remaking these units that are in this base or not.
Your forces are under
Okay,
attack.
and you guys run over here and pick up these. We have a lot of interesting unit choices, but not enough, I think, to justify making like a huge diverse force, because only some of it is going to be actually viable when we attack. At least for my ability to pay attention to it, because there's a lot going on this map. We have to reinforce the blockades. I'll get some exiles, sure. And then just make marauders.
Oh, it's on.
And then we'll need medics. More medics. And then we'll keep adding those Goliaths in.
Bad news?
You better get ready to move out, because I'm close to getting those bridges down. Oh, yes, she is. Is she? Is she actually?
Research complete.
Okay, hop in there.
Oh, it's on.
Let's get more tanks.
Research complete.
And you know what? The fact that we can have Warhounds is very exciting. The Leviathan health is really starting to dip. Just keep reinforcing those. The cooldown is really short.
Upgrade.
We seem to be really... I mean, we seem to be perfectly fine in terms of being defended against the drops and stuff. It's just running into siege tanks is just a death sentence, so we have to be extra careful.
Base is under attack.
Okay, Yamato cannon right here. They still have a bunch of barracks, but if we can get rid of their ability to build just in general, I mean, that makes a huge difference.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I think I have enough tanks at home. It's really hard to say. The enemy attacks might be huge and gnarly. It just depends on which direction we attack from and which direction they might attack from. Let's do this. Send in the fighters. Maybe I should just go for the command center so that they can't attack. I'm lowering the bridges now. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, keep it up. Keep it up. Getting rid of those tanks is huge.
The doctor is in.
All right, people, we're moving out. We need to get Reese's boys on transports and escort them to the Spartan, as well as crewmen, and resupply the ship. It's not battle-worthy, and we need the power cores to charge. A bunch of stuff is happening. Hang on. Restoring the Spartan. Oh my gosh. Look at those. Look at those objectives. Bottom up. Actually, there's only one. Even though the dismantling of the Spartan hasn't been started, the ship has been completely disarmed nonetheless, and Reese's men imprisoned. To get the battlecruiser back into action, several steps need to be accomplished. Deactivate the 4 tractor beams that are keeping it grounded. Free and escort 3 transports of rebels to it. Safeguard 2 transports of crewmen back to the ship. Lead 2 transports filled with supplies and ammo and fuel to restock it. And retrieve the alien power core. The Federation is certain to try and stop the Hell's Rejects, so all transports need to be protected until they reach the Spartan. This is best achieved by clearing the path to the ship beforehand and then accompanying the transport with a smaller army, remaining constantly on top of it. Additionally, be aware of the possibility of incoming attack waves accidentally intersecting with the transports. Accidentally. Uh-oh. You know, can I fit another factory in here? I think that's going to be our key to success. We need a lot of armor. Captain, the UEC fleet is pushing harder. Queen Bitch is going to have to tighten things up.
The doctor is
You
in.
keep that blockade working, Krovsky. We've seen the Zerg nest in bigger vents back in Hopetown. We'll try and find some to get you more flyers to work with. Discharge biostasis and push Scourge. At command, a Leviathan can expel a thick sludge in a massive radius around itself. All UEC ships caught by it will become snared for 10 seconds. A total of 12 Scourge are summoned and charged with pushing through a position to collide with enemies. Both abilities are used to provide relief and time for a failing position to be reinforced. So basically when the Leviathan dies, pop both of those. That's what I'm seeing with this. Okay, cool. And then we've got these cloakers. They can cloak for an unlimited amount of time. Oh my gosh, there's so much here. Hang on, scan here. We're gonna keep doing this with the Heimdall. And I guess let's get moving. I think if we can go and take out the enemy base early, then we're in good shape. Jared, we're picking up a faint reading sign moving faster on the boneyard. Too fast to get a target lock. Some prototype fighter, be careful. And this, okay, and then this is the Harpy. There's so much going on here. Oh my goodness. An experimental fighter with freighter capabilities, the Glinthawk XT-26 is an incredibly nimble ship with stealth tech. Codenamed Harpy, it simply moves too fast to be shot down by the slower Heimdall. Ordered to bring on the pain, it will randomly search the platform for groups of targets to engage. The more the Hell's Rejects clump up their forces in large numbers, the bigger the chances are for the Harpy to strike. Being one of only 4 existing prototypes, it was, sadly for Harsh and his men, commandeered by Angel on her mission to Duros 3 to terminate Rayla. So what I'm going to do is build a new army and leave it at home. And then this army that we have kind of out and about on the map is just going to steadily get wiped, and then eventually, you know, we'll leave with it later. The Earthborn ships are getting through. Stop them. Oh my gosh. Okay, reinforce. The right side's getting roasted, so let's go ahead and call in some Scourge and stuff. Our offensive force, I think, maybe should mostly be infantry. Oh my gosh, Perdition turrets. Ow! Maybe not. Maybe not infantry. Okay, get added here. Warhounds and Goliaths. Maybe Diamondbacks, as we can get that Diamondback upgrade. Okay, the Harpy, I see it popping up every so often, which scares the crap out of me. I'm going to send in fighters to kind of lock down this area. Again, I think I want to make a move for this enemy base. Well, there's a lot of pre-play stuff as well, so we should probably focus on that. Get that Thor, good work. And then that factory is going to burn down. There's one of the vents. Let's swing up and snag that and be on the lookout for the Harpy strikes. Okay, you guys stay back. Pick up these. The blockade isn't stopping the ships. Get more Zerg in. Thank you for the reminder, by the way. Left side, you know what? Just use all of these for now. The cooldown is completely reasonable. And then this should reinforce the blockade. Move a unit here to infest the vent.
Upgrade complete.
He's done it, and we can pick these up as well. Keep making Goliaths as well. Ow.
Upgrade complete.
No Heimdall abilities just yet. Is this connected? No, I can't get through there. And then what I'm going to do is swing back and, like, collect some of these units.
Mineral field depleted.
And bring them up to help reinforce.
It's about to get heavy. I can't build here.
Just cram in more barracks wherever they'll fit. Keep getting upgrades. Those upgrades are all done.
The doctor is in.
Okay, let's take this new force, reinforce. The UEC is piercing the blockade. Oh my gosh. I know, but I can't do anything about it, okay? I built all these extra turrets. They're helping us out. What about... Yamato's ready. Scan here. Blast him. We'll send over... if we can just get rid of all of these tanks... It might have been better, actually, to instead...
Mineral field depleted.
To have instead used the fighters... Well, use Yamato to kill the one tank. The Harpy frightens me. I don't know how much damage it's realistically going to do. They scan, so I don't know how useful these guys are going to be.
I sense their fear.
Goodbye, Warhound. We hardly knew you. They don't do extra... They don't have that versus armor ability, unfortunately. Okay, keep it up, keep it up. Send fighters in to secure this location.
Your forces.
Okay, so we are going to be escorting one of the rebel groups here.
Target acquired.
The Earthborn ships are getting through. Stop them! Oh my gosh, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Field depleted.
Leftmost Leviathan is not looking good. You know what? Yeah, let's do this.
Your forces base is under attack.
Well, I've been keeping stuff at home for this. Get up there on top of this tank, and then walk back.
We could use some help here.
All the Leviathans are looking bad.
Come on already.
Wilhelm, who wants some?
As long as the Harpy doesn't hit us.
Just stay out.
Of course, they landed behind them.
I sense their fear. The time has come.
Okay, let's reinforce the blockades.
Upgrade complete.
2 health.
Doctor is in.
Step ahead. I sense their fear.
Ow.
Mercy is
One of those big-ass Leviathans died. Get another one going. Of course, of course. And while it moves into
Mineral
position,
field
let's...
depleted.
Ah, crap. It's going to go down, isn't it?
Min-
Transport's... I mean, I'm a little cheesed about that one. I'm just going to rewind. Which disallows me, unfortunately, from loading a save. But I'm a little mad about that. So, because it is very much gotcha, and they land directly on top of them, such that, like, even though I was literally right on the transport, it doesn't matter. Because you don't know if they're going to land in front or behind, so we just got to do this.
just stay out of my way.
Mineral field depleted. Min-
One step ahead.
Okay, then we have to call in the Leviathans.
Are being attacked.
Come on already.
What, it died again? To
Just
what?
stay out of my
Oh,
way.
just because there's crap around the map.
Time is
Okay, let's just rewind to the beginning of the section with the transport. I know there's more available transports, but I'm just it's a learning experience, and I am mad about it. So we're just gonna go back to before I even kicked it off, when I had the hubris of thinking that I even could
The doctor is in.
I could accomplish this.
It's on.
A little bit further.
The doctor is in.
A little bit further.
Under attack.
Okay. Now we'll take command, and instead I'd still go for that enemy base now. Because we need to clear out the entire area around the thing completely. I thought that it would just have to stroll up and go in, but apparently it goes the whole, like, up here for some dumb reason so that it can magically get shot by all the other bunkers.
mercy is
I guess they're prisoners, and they're just, like, their brains aren't really working well, you know, so, alas. Okay, Earthborn ships are getting through. Don't worry about it. We're fine. There must be another Federation base if they're attacking us from the bottom of the map also.
the time has come.
Min- base is under attack.
Mercy is weak.
Okay. Okay, and then that area seems fine. You know what? Let's go Diamondbacks. We got that Diamondback upgrade. Warhounds, Goliaths. Kind of a cool thing here.
Armed and ready.
Okay, and then pick this. I am definitely getting some severe performance issues here.
You gonna give me orders?
Upgrades looking good. Keep it up.
Upgrade complete.
Blockade's not stopping them.
Want a piece of me, boy?
We've got to be getting close to that one base over here.
What needs killing?
Blast this.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field
Oh yeah, we're here.
depleted.
Look at that.
The doctor is in.
One of those big-ass Leviathans has died. Give me a moment, give me a moment. It's this hotkey, and then we'll use the extra abilities. Infest the thing. I can take this base as well. This base can be mine.
Tin cans ready to roll.
Okay, this is looking good. Marine Marauder, and then like a weird variety of of mech units. Let's scan here and send out the fighters. How do you even get to that?
Is under attack.
Oh, I see. Well, no, I thought we couldn't traverse that. Didn't we try that earlier?
Your forces are under attack.
Perhaps I'll try and take a crew transport now. Let's go ahead and bring out our new refreshed group of things, of dudes.
Base
SCVs,
is
we're going to
under
make a
attack.
mad dash over to this base.
Let's have a blast.
And we'll get these bunkers down in no time, don't you worry. Leviathan is dead. Reinforce. Send in the extra stuff to assist with the Leviathan that's getting back into position. Okay, and then I'm going to continue building new stuff to leave at home, because it seems like we're going to get hit with Diamondbacks and stuff every so often. There was the strike,
Under attack.
and I think we're gonna need turrets.
Can't build here. I'm going.
Not enough.
I don't know if we can
minerals.
multi-build, but I'll try.
At the ready.
Do you think we can afford to actually escort this thing now?
On the move.
It's about to get go, go, go.
And I can't quick save, we'll just rewind.
Additional supply depots required.
Yeah, no multi-build, but that's fine.
Not enough minerals.
What's on your mind?
The Earthborn ships are getting through. Stop them. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
Base is under attack.
It's fine. We can handle the Earthborn ships, and it doesn't cost us money to. Thankfully, it doesn't cost us any money to like save the or to reinforce the Zerg. That would be a big problem. I can't really afford to pay attention to that right now. Those wraiths don't cloak. You know what? You all just sit on top of this. Okay, this crew transport is not taking the. We'll see if it takes the brain dead route, but I think we're okay. Ooh, it's a lot. There's a lot to keep track of on this map.
What's the plan?
The doctor is in.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
There we go. Okay, we did it. We made it. Just start scanning around the map. There's got to be. There's the other enemy base. Start blasting them.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, and then I need you all harvesting
Your forces are under
here
attack.
and here,
Bad news. Confirm visual on
and then we've gotta pick these up. The blockade's not stopping them. Yo, dog, it kind of is. You know what? Just use all of these. None of the Leviathans are close to death. This is definitely an exercise in multitasking. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a supplies transport. I think we can grab this since we're right here. This map asks a lot of you. Like we've got to escort so many of these transports. My goodness.
I'm waiting. What's on your mind? Go on.
This might lead us to another enemy base. I'm not so sure.
Your forces are under attack.
There is the little voice cue to say, like, hey, tighten up the blockade, which I really appreciate, because otherwise, like, my goodness, it'd be really hard to keep track of. Seems like this area down here was completely pointless for me to explore, and we just lost a lot of stuff in doing it. There's a vent.
I like it. On the move.
All right. Reinforce. 2 more vents. 3 more vents still.
Gangway coming through.
Let's go ahead and escort this guy since we're down here. Goliaths and Warhounds.
What's the plan?
What I really should do is just like have a Reaper on.
The doctor is in.
I should just have a Reaper on patrol on all the resource areas. That would probably be the smartest thing to do.
Excellent. My pleasure. Of course.
I was actually thinking I need more anti-air in this group.
The doctor is in.
It's go time.
Okay, bringing up the next group.
What's the plan?
I don't want to activate multiple transports. I absolutely don't, because what's going to end up happening
Victory is ours.
is double the enemy spawns will be happening.
I like it.
It's go time.
Okay, just about there.
Base
Leviathan
is
health
under
is
attack.
okay, but not great.
Better send some body bags.
What's going on up here? I think this is fine.
This better be good.
Just get out of here, you piece of trash.
By the numbers.
Pick these up.
What?
What's up?
Okay,
You want 'em? Tin cans ready to roll.
get these saturated. Whew, okay, it's a lot, it's a lot. Get these added to my groups, and then we could just make that big old ball of Marines that everybody knows and loves with more Goliaths. Again, we need more anti-air.
Go, go, go.
Rebel transport there. Rebel transport up here.
Base is under attack.
Blockade, how are you doing? Not bad, not great.
Body bags.
That, you know, just getting whittled away like that is rough, but not unexpected. Scan and... yeah, go ahead and secure that zone right there. Okay, I think we have enough... I mean, we're getting bombed by that thing every so often, but it's forcing us to rebuild.
Your forces are under attack.
The only thing not realistic at this point in this campaign is it's been so long, and yet somehow we are able to keep resupplying our dudes. Like, how do... Did really this many people live on the battlecruiser?
One piece of me, boy.
Okay, just gotta stay right on top of this thing.
Armed and ready.
What if the transport gets bombed by Angel? That would be a bummer. We're about to get bombed. I can't really do anything about that.
I'm on it.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
That's fine.
Okay, and we've cleared the perdition turrets and extra bunkers. Yeah, see, it's going, like, down and around. You fool! Just go in!
Upgrade complete.
Okay, let's hit this other tractor beam.
Looking forward to it.
And let's swing down here and get the last tractor beam. Leaving stuff at home has been absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial. I think our time has been okay. I did reload, and I'm not ashamed of that. I didn't have to. On these 4 perdition turrets. Okay, let's F2 and bring up all of our new units, and then leave everyone else at home.
This better be good. Who wants some?
All that for a drop of blood. Well, 200 Vespine's nothing to sneeze at, to be fair. The Spartan is free. We need to finish setting everything up.
Want some?
The doctor is in.
Okay. So our army that was reinforcing got completely destroyed.
Base
So-
is under attack.
Don't lose more than one of these transports. Okay. Rebel, supplies, power core, crewmen.
It's go time. It's about to get heavy.
Okay. Turret me. We gotta check the blockade.
We could use some help.
Just use all of these for now. They should be up by the... Well, actually, that one just died, so that was the perfect time to use that. I've transitioned almost exclusively to bio. That's okay. Let's go ahead and escort this one next. So many perdition turrets. More perdition. I love it. I love perdition turrets, don't get me wrong. I resupplied that Leviathan. I promise you I did. Being able to focus also on the transports it's a lot. Not the transport. I'm sorry. The minerals, like being able to like have units on top of all the minerals, collecting those as well. Like that's a lot to deal with. Thankfully, the ones that attack the transport don't cloak. Thankfully. This mission, honestly, of all the ones we've played, it's a long memory, but like I think this might be the one that requires the most multitasking. It's actually wild, the amount of multitasking required.
The doctor is in.
But we're doing it. I've tried to break it down into the smallest pieces possible, and I think that's been pretty successful so far. The hint even said you should clear the entire way to the Spartan first, and I didn't. I cleared what I thought was the whole way, but the transports kind of take dopey ways to get there, so I understand. Supplies transport. There's more vents too that I haven't really found. Resupply these.
Send some body bags.
Let's grab the next set of ships. You can pick up these Diamondbacks. And a huge group of Marines. We're gonna have to clear out that bottom right base regardless. So at the end of the day, whoa.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Dude, that Cyclone absolutely rocked me. Or rocked the transport, rather. I'm literally surrounding it, so no matter where they drop, they should attack me first.
The doctor is in.
Okay, it made it. Stay away from the ship, the flying thing, the ship that's flying. I feel like I haven't found one of those vents for a while, actually.
Better send some body
Scan here. Let's just start nuking these structures. They're piercing the blockade. The fact that there's a reminder for that actually is a big difference compared to previous missions. Where normally you're not really given a reminder, or if you are, it's like right before you load. Right before you lose. Sorry, my brain's like, it's trying to fire on all cylinders. It's hard to keep up with all this.
What's on your mind?
I don't see any tanks. Let's get in there. Not being able to find all the vents is frustrating to me, but it is what it is. We're just gonna go. Scan. I hear Widow Mines going off like crazy, and I hate it. Okay, we're in.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
What needs killing?
I'm trying to just individually target these Widow Mines so that they don't murder me later. Earthborn ships are getting through. Stop them. Oh my gosh. I'm trying. That's the one thing it's really hard to keep track of. It's kind of like it's like the next step of that barricade thing that we used to have to deal with. Which I liked a lot. And this is just like, it's a harder version of that because there's different ways that you can handle it. They may not attack us at all anymore, though. That's huge. Good work. Good work. Get them. Doesn't that look like there might be a vent back there? Yeah. Oh, that you can literally see the vents. So that supposedly helps, like maybe that adds a mutalisk to the group or something.
Mineral field depleted.
Holy crap. Okay, let's do this one that's farthest away. I could take this base now, too. Technically, I shouldn't have to do that. Ow! Stop it!
Battlefield depleted.
You jerk!
What's on your
Leviathan's
Our
dead?
allies are being attacked. Base is under attack.
Okay, Wraith's not doing a ton of damage, but they are very distracting.
Gangway coming through.
Go on.
I'm staying right on top of these. I've learned my lesson, which is basically to just stay right. Don't try and get ahead of it, or stay behind it. Like, don't expect the drop pods to come in any specific place, because they can show up literally any side, and they'll just focus down the transport and kill it near instantly. At which point it's like, oh well.
Mineral field depleted.
It says don't lose these transports. Oh, you know what? Actually, losing the one that I did lose may actually have been a loss condition anyway. So it's, you know, I rewound. Maybe I had to.
On the move.
Yeah, don't lose these transports. I think you literally can't lose any. So I think we would have gotten a defeat trigger there.
Depleted.
Pick those up. We're on Operation Cleanup now, I think.
Mineral field depleted.
This is a cool map. It's a lot to keep track of, that's for sure. How do we get down here?
Mineral field depleted.
Down this way, I guess. Again, there's 2 vents left. I bet there's one in the bottom left.
I'm waiting.
I gotta do it, you know? We gotta get all the bonuses. That Leviathan's about to go down. Oh, so we see we're getting some corruptors. I'm very now that things are cooling down a little bit, I can talk a bit about what's going on here. I gotta say, I'm really suspicious of Rayla's motivations for like being willing to help us here. Hit this Raven.
My pleasure.
It's a massacre. I said things were cooling down, but they're not cooling down at all. We lost our entire army
Go on.
because of seeker missiles being the worst. Are there any, Okay, the optional is not here.
I'm waiting. What's on your mind?
So we don't have to worry about
Base
that.
is under attack.
So I guess let's just resupply our army and then we'll go. Haha, I see that. Okay. That's 5. That would be 5 of 6. Mr. Marauder, go and trigger that. And we're looking for the last one. Where could it be? We've revealed pretty much the entire map.
In the rear with the gear. Bad news?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The doctor is in.
Could be in any of these spots kind of close to where we're going to end up going.
What's on your mind? At the ready.
So we've got to go down here. I feel like the urgency has been really reduced at this point, which is fine. No, Mr. Marauder, go and finish this.
Sure.
Any map maker's attempt to get me to not use F2 will fail, I promise you this. You have my solemn vow.
We could use some help here.
What Heimdall? We got Yamato here. Where the heck is the last
Base is under attack.
Oh. Well, that's fine. You can have that base. I don't mind. I just took all my SCVs and I left.
What's the plan?
We could use some help here.
I think we're, perfectly well defended at home. I wonder where.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
What needs killing?
The last vent is.
Base is under attack.
Got a whole lot of love.
Earthborn ship's getting through. We're fine. We're fine. Go ahead and use all of these.
Gangway coming through.
Let's start escorting this.
Sure thing.
Those optionals are really well hidden, I will say that. Okay, and we know that we have an incoming attack wave as well, so we have to be careful that we don't run into that. That was part of the tip as well that was listed.
Not enough minerals.
I think we've got enough left. We are getting chipped away by what's her name.
At the ready.
We could use some help here.
Get mining. Get mining.
Not enough minerals.
There's plenty of renewable resources on this map, so I'm not super concerned about
Let's have a blast.
My pleasure.
that.
Some help here.
Your forces are under attack.
Just let them walk into our... And we can use TAC fighters to support us here. We could have set up defense on the bridges. That would have been better. Okay, they made it.
What's on your mind?
Armed and ready.
Ammo and supplies are in, almost battle ready, and then the last one down here.
Body bags.
Where is that last? MF and optional. You know what? I guess we can't do it.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, we got that one.
The doctor is in.
Gangway coming through.
It wasn't in this base. What's being pinged to me? How's the blockade looking? It's looking fine. I think this is enough units to escort the last one.
Go on.
Yeah, this is an intense situation for sure.
Not enough.
You piece of crap.
What's the plan? Of course.
By the numbers, boys.
Snag those.
Been waiting.
Snag those.
Gangway.
Okay, which goofy path are you gonna take, buddy? 'Cause it seems like when you reveal the fog of war for the optionals, then it shows up on the minimap. So I'm surprised again that we haven't found this last one. Get roasted. You're landing right on top of me. It does feel like I gotta click on one of the enemy units. I wonder if they have they must have an upgrade advantage on me.
On the move. At the ready.
When all's said and done, I do think that I played this one decently fine.
On.
It was certainly spiced, but I think we got it done.
What's on
Well,
your
we know what happened to the Warhound missiles. They got loaded into this asshole thing that Angel commandeered. And they've been blasting us.
What?
Yeah, there's no part of the map that hasn't been revealed. We're only missing our star prisoner. Let's go get Doe. Oh, yeah, he's in that last base. So we have to go that way.
Starting our run.
Ah, that's the enemy attack. That's fine. It's a good thing they're not stopping to actually destroy the Spartan. Bust through to it. Hell yeah, brother.
Your forces are under attack.
Wait. Oh, I don't have Yamato. I was going to say, kill those flippin' Raven. I hate those Ravens so much. Oh my goodness. Reinforce. All the Leviathans are alive. Some of them are close to death. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's not it's like on the minimap, but it's not, it doesn't have the little yellow... Oh, there it is. That was weird. We must have just barely sort of clipped being able to see it. You know I like completing those bonuses. It would have been more beneficial later, but that's fine. Seems like we've managed to reinforce the blockade some more. You know, reinforcing the Zerg that we can't necessarily trust. Typically what happens, though, is I think that what's happening in these circumstances is we're forced to use the Zerg, and it's usually in high-stress situations where we don't really have the time to be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't.
Hear me. What's going on?
At least that's the way I interpret it. There's never really that period of time when we could take a breath and be like, you know what, no, we don't need their help. It's usually a circumstance where we're like, we need to do whatever it takes right now, please. I'm gonna scan for that Raven. That's the only thing that can kill me in these groups, is just that one Raven. Is it already dead? I think I killed it. Here, do that. And let's just wait for a brief moment and make sure that we have a reasonably sized army so that we can actually finish this.
Been waiting on you.
The renewable resources that have gas is huge. It makes this, like, a lot of these maps are super attrition, which is why I make the joke, like, how the heck do the Hell's Rejects have this many guys? I think in the very first or second mission, it talks about, like, oh, the battlecruisers have a crew of, like, 3,000. But that's not to say, like, they're all dudes that go in mech suits, right? These are, like, crew members and stuff, so they're not all ground forces. How many... You know, we... 5,000 to 6,000 units into the meat grinder over the course of these, like, 20-plus missions. Almost 30 missions. You've got to be running out of dudes, right? And the other... I mean, it's half joke. But on the other hand, I think Luis puts a lot of effort into adding some, like, realism factors to a lot of this kind of stuff.
At the ready.
So, like, specifically, you know, the trouble we went through to get that platform, the Roanoke platform set up. And, like, no plot thread is left unexplored, I should say. And I appreciate that. So, you know, that makes me, I guess, a little more nitpicky. The Earthborn are getting ships through. Stop them. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Reinforce the Leviathan. Dude, if she can just call in this many Leviathans at whim, you'd think that she would have been able to... I mean, she doesn't outright overrun us because she's our prisoner and we can just kill her, I think is the idea. We have, like, a kill switch on Rayla. And that's the problem. The issue when you're in a circumstance like that is there's no good way out. She's like, there's no way for her ever to not be our prisoner, which is bad. We have no like diplomatic way out. Whew, there was a lot on that map, but we persevered. When all those beacons showed up on this phase 2, I started panicking. We've reached the administrative building. Foyd, sit rep on the blockade. It's the Watcher. You see him? I like how he's been popping up every so often. It's holding, but we think the UEC is bringing on their battle cruisers. Just get Doe out of there. Did we really need to rescue Doe? We should have just rescued all of Reese's dudes and left. Reese? Spartan's getting powered, Fed. We're ready for war. Epps, how's everything on your end? I like how Meeks, he knows he's there. Some pockets of Federation still resisting, Cap. We're keeping the way to the Spartan open. We really need to get a move on. Alright, people. Meeks, can you? Has he finally broken? The hell's going on with you, man? Nothing, just... I'm fine. Let's get Doe so we can get out of here. Move it. The little details with the Watcher, man. It's stuff like that why I say Luis is so good at these cinematics. Angel, the Rejects managed to take the main outpost. They've reached Doe. Damn it, Hicks. Get men there now. We can't push through and the Harpies run dry. Captain, I can see Reese managed to find you. Yeah, Doe, we're here to bust you out. We got a suit for you, G-Man. Hop into it so we can bolt. I'm going to need the ghosts out of here now. Really? Shut the hell up, Doe. I don't give a shit if you don't want your mind read. Suit up and get a move on. Foyd, Epps, we're making our way back to the Spartan. Call everyone into the Heimdall. Krovsky, get Rayla to tighten the blockade one last time. Go, Meeks. No! Capitano, you alright? There's no way through. We have to go. Get to the ships. I'll find a way around. Stay put, Jared. I'll find a way to you. Shit, I don't like this. Get out of here. Get to the ships. Go. Shit. It's him, the captain. We got him. Second squad, report. Reading you, sir. We're in Sector D. We've apprehended Captain Harsh. I say again, we have the Hell's Rejects captain in our company. Custody. They're retreating. This fight is over. Regroup at Sector F. We found something. What about the captain? Bring him with you. He may know what's happening here. Move it, Captain Harsh. At least they don't call him Mr. Harsh anymore. That guy's dead. We're here, sir. What are we looking at? Something clearly not made by us or those monsters. Yo! He's good at hiding himself, but not his ship, apparently. Was hoping Captain Harsh would be able to explain what... That shouldn't be here. We need to get out of here before... Shit. Wait, I'm not your enemy. I'm not a threat. I know, Captain Jared Harsh. You do not appear shocked, not terrified. Is it possible that you actually understand what I am? A Protoss, Dark Templar. I've read about you. Dark Templar, most intriguing. You're a remarkable Terran, Jared Harsh. Why did you save me? You still have a mission to complete, the only thing that truly matters. Mission? The fourth planet of the system S323. There you will find what you seek. That what you call PL-046. How do? Hey, how do you know about that? Hey! The hell's going on here? Damn it! Heimdall, come in. Jared, what happened? Where are you? Meeks and McReady are looking for you. I'm on my way. Prep to leave. Call everyone in. I'm almost there. Is the Spartan really up and running? It can handle a fight, but still needs repairs. McReady? Yeah, Capitano? I need you to go with Reese and lead them to Roanoke. Repair the Spartan and meet us on the fourth planet of S323 as soon as you can. What? S323? What are we talking about, Cap? I'll explain later. Won't be easy to digest. You really want me to tag along with those yokels? I'm not too big on the G-Man. Get it done, nuts and bolts. We need the Spartan to win this war. Spartan battlecruiser, we are on the move. Reese, Doe, the UEC is still trying to push through and the Zerg blockade is failing. We're facing them head on. They have the numbers, but not the will. Bring them down. I never really took the time to mention how good this area looked, by the way, with all the battlecruisers in dry dock. Looks wonderful. Are you with us, Spartan? Go. Let's bring the pain. Brace for impact. The death animation is unfortunate, but other than that, this is awesome. Bloop! They just sort of disappear out of existence. The UEC is retreating, gents. What's left of them? Reese, we're sending McReady to you. He'll get the Spartan up to full health and lead you to Roanoke. It's a safe place. Not happy about this. Meet us at S323 once you're ready. McReady will update you on what we've been through. What's on that system, Captain? Not sure yet. Maybe nothing, maybe everything, but we need to go now. Very well. Godspeed. A noble goal. Rayla's cell room. Again, it's unclear why she helped us. Also, Dark Templar Ethos could have told us what planet to go to in the first place, right? He could have told us before we wasted our time going to Ignition and all that. Maybe he didn't know exactly what we were looking for. I don't know. But he must have an ulterior motive for telling us. Presumably there's other Protoss there. Oh, yeah, there were other... I remember. We'll talk about it later. I didn't see that one coming. You did well, Rayla, coming through for us. Maybe it's still not too late to strike some form of understanding between Terrans and Zerg. Peace is indeed a noble goal. Terrans and Zerg working together to turn the galaxy into a beautiful garden where we can all stroll holding hands. Aren't you hilarious, Rayla? Guess you have no interest in peace, then. Who knows, Harsh? Only the future will tell. Only the future will tell. Abs, keep the boys ready for a fight. We're heading into the unknown. You got it, Cap. Right. Jared, people at the bridge really need to know where we're going. And why. I'm heading there now. Start opening your minds, because you'll find it hard to believe. Meeks. Meeks, you coming? Run along now, little ghost. Are you sure you're fine? A feeling. Something. Never mind. I'm getting that tingly feeling that's like, you know, when right before everything goes wrong? I just got that tingly feeling right there, especially with Meeks and Rayla. I don't know. And it was right after they gave you that whole, like, oh, maybe we can be friends, even though it was sarcastic, but, like, maybe? And you think, oh, yeah, maybe. But, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. Also, there's no way Rayla would ever actually be cool with peace, considering we've been holding her hostage for, like, however long we've been here. That you don't just, like, casually forgive and forget, you know? Especially not Zerg. Angel, we got the numbers. How bad is it? The Howl's rejects pack a mean punch. We took a big hit, no longer have enough men to be an effective strike force. Recruit the best ones from what's left of the Boneyard occupation detail. We hold authority over them. Ops Command guaranteed it. It'll cripple this platform's security, Angel. Rayla's no longer here, Hicks. The hell do we care about battlecruisers' carcasses? All right, then. Commander Darkholm, come in. Ma'am? Reading you. Give me some good news. Completed the scan of the Heimdall's warp trail, ma'am. The accuracy's too good to be ignored. Amazing what this ship can do. Where did they go? Their warp trajectory intercepts nothing of notice as far as the Karjan quadrant goes. Except it cuts right through S323. A system. That's got to be their stop. What's there? So Angel doesn't even know about Prometheus or where it's located. Nothing, ma'am. The system was surveyed and discarded a year ago. We found their hideout. Can be. Muster our forces and prep to leave. Double time it. Oh gosh, my monitors went to sleep. No, come back! There's something else. We gotta get the information we requested. Of the name Lucius Creed. How many hits? Too many. All over the quadrant. We'll take time to check them all, but I get a feeling we won't have to. One of the hits is locked behind classified status. Requested access to it under requirement of our special assignment. Still got denied. The Howl's rejects stumbled onto something they shouldn't. Well, poor bastards seem to have a knack for it. I remember something about Lucius Creed. He was a terrorist or something. Free Folk Way Station. But I don't remember how that or why that was brought up. I hope Louise can catch us up. It's been so long, you know. It's really hard to keep track of all that. Similar to remembering about the fact that there were like 2 or 3 Protoss that were in stasis, and that's Project Prometheus, and Aethys presumably wants to free them. But with that in mind, I don't know why he couldn't just tell Harsh or Meeks how to get there before we wasted all our time. I mean, he didn't want to reveal himself, presumably. General, we got word from Alpha Squadron. It's really not good, sir. The Boneyard. What happened? The Zerg were there. They blockaded the platform with Leviathans. The Admiral tried to push through it. Alpha took heavy losses. An echo. Speak, man. Echo Squadron is gone, sir. And Merakov? In the Cornelia system, repairing what's left of Alpha. Ships barely managed to return there in one piece. That man is simply incompetent. Useless. Our orders remain the same. Are we done in this place? The Mordecai has finished the planetary scan. This outpost is the only man-made location on this ice ball. We're wasting our time trying to locate PL-046 like this. It's a long shot indeed, sir. How are we for time, Captain? 50 hours to long reach. 2 more frozen worlds to verify before then. And the ships? The Avenger and Justice are holding orbit, ready for orders. What about... Captain. It's the lineage, sir. Only the interceptor's missing. Estimated arrival in 2 hours. Good. Make sure we're ready to depart the moment it arrives. Yes, General Radek. What about these civilians? Conscript them. We'll need to replace the men that Marikov led to their death. Most will refuse. Destroy all the life support systems in the outpost and leave them behind. They'll learn the hard way. Who doesn't submit to the UED will suffer the consequences. Lifting the veil. Heimdall Bridge. We're definitely getting to the end because we're coming on Prometheus. But I'm really struggling to imagine what the climax would be. Obviously, Zerg running rampant, Protoss running rampant. Well, there's only like 4 Protoss, but who knows? UEC and Federation all converging. But that was kind of this mission, right? Everybody was there in the same place. And he just told you where the planet was? I know how it sounds, Sam, but he definitely knew what we've been up to. Cap, aren't the Protoss indigenous to the Koprulu Sector? Why would one be this far out? It was definitely a Protoss void, a Dark Templar, no doubt about it. Dark what? Don't look at me. Am I the only one who read the Protoss section in the UED files? We really weren't expecting them to exist in this part of the galaxy. Where does this leave us? I mean, why would he help us? And how can it possibly know what we're looking for? He could cloak. He chopped up 6 soldiers in full armor like they were butter in a couple of seconds. Thing is, I got a feeling that wasn't the first time he met me. What do you mean? I think he's been watching us. The Watcher! And I think that one of us felt his presence a few times. Tell me I'm wrong, Meeks. My queen. Garth, where are you? Garth. Uh-oh. We made landfall on the frozen planet. The swarm will conquer this world for you. Every Terran and Protoss will know the fury of the swarm. Meeks? Agent. Something. You're definitely not fine. What's gotten into your psionic mind? Something's wrong. Something we need. I can sense you getting nearer. The Terrans are taking me to you. And I can feel the hands of Ethos on this. I finally run out of time. Are you ready then, my queen? Are you returning to us? Yes, I prolonged this charade long enough. The Terrans can't protect me from Ethos much longer. And your agents, my queen, do they stand ready? Yes. 1. By my design. Not the dog, no! The other. It's the larva by Terran stupidity. Oh, no, 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 no. And your prize? It stands within my grasp. She wants the Tube Man! Its essence will be mine. What do you mean something's wrong? Damn it, man, say something! We're in danger. We're all going to die. Now, tear through. It's a hardcore Aliens reference right there. And kill them all. Aliens 3, really. That's the... Ugh. No. Well. I told you I had that sneaky feeling, and I just have to commend, again, I can't stress this enough. Luis just, he's really good at writing a script. I feel like everybody who's interested in improving needs to take notes on this. He's really good at writing a script. And I don't mean like, okay, there's the overarching narrative, there's plot points, you got a little outline, you know, we've got to get from point A to point B. But all the little twists and turns along the way with how information is relayed at specific points and from whom is so intricate. And it's done through very organic dialogue, and it's not just two characters expositing each other. It's one of the few where things genuinely feel like they're being unfolded to you, which is rare. And that's why I say like it's quite impressive. Like, this feels like it could be a series of short stories, you know, fan fiction, what have you, like really well done, like a really well done piece of written work that's been turned into a campaign, if that makes sense. Because that's really the strong suit. I really enjoy... The gameplay is constantly kept fresh, I think, especially with a lot of the global powers that are kept at our fingertips, because, you know... A lot of the missions lately have been Terran versus Terran, where you just make a ball of infantry and some mech units, and it's just a big war of attrition. And that's okay, but that's typically what it is. But it's usually spread out in such like you've got to do certain objectives in a certain way. You can get optional objectives that actually help, which is really nice, like in interesting and unique ways. Like, I'm thinking back to the last one where you could, like, flood the lava channels, and I didn't really use it that much, but the fact that it exists as something I could have used is neat. But man, when Meeks, when the Queen said, you know, run along, little ghost, at that moment, I'm like, this is fucked. Like, we're getting close to the end of the campaign, and something bad is going to happen. And then, instead of even keeping that secret, the mission literally ends with you knowing that everybody's fucked. And I kind of had a little sneaking suspicion when a few of the characters... It was McReady and somebody else got sent to the other ship. And I thought, why are main characters getting ferried away from where they normally are? And I thought, like, we're going to have, like, a Red Wedding situation in which I think a bunch of people are dead. Like, who's on... I mean, we got Harsh... Krovsky Epps, I think was it Krovsky that went over? Like, my boy Foyd, though, I gotta say, I hope my boy Foyd, he's gone through a lot. He made the right decision at the end of Act 1. I just hope of everybody, I really, really hope Foyd makes it. Obviously, Meeks and Sam, Dr. Parrish, Dr. Heimer, these are all the people that are, you know, have names that are on the ship that it's not looking good. I would be really surprised if literally all of them die. I think at this point, either Harsh or Meeks has to live. I think one of them can die, and the other can carry the story as the main person. Obviously, it's been mostly Harsh up until this point, but Meeks is a really, really strong character who really could shoulder the burden, I suppose. You know, from like a fourth the wall meta level as being like the lead character, as it were. At this point. But, man, it's crazy to think about, again, all the people that could die. I think, you know, we all expected the dog. I think a lot of people suspected the dog, and that the larva's been there forever, and it wasn't ever mentioned for, like, 15 missions, but it was there. It was in my brain. I remembered it was there. And, yeah, so everything's gonna go to hell. And so I guess anybody who's on the Spartan is safe. I like Reese quite a bit. Doe weirds me out, and I'll be honest, I don't think we should have rescued him. I think we should have rescued the Spartan and the crew of the Spartan and left, because Doe is a secretive weirdo who does not really seem to have our best interests in mind, and seems way more extreme than us. There were a couple other things throughout the mission. I'm trying to remember what they were. I talked about the fact that, yeah, it seemed like there were only 3 or 4 Protoss, and, like, basically, you know, reverse engineering them to make weird psionic tube man, and probably using them to power the shields of the ships is Project Prometheus. But everyone's converging on that right now. What else? Oh, the Angel of Death, like, her goal is to kill Rayla, but the terrorist dude that she brought up, it was right when my monitors went to sleep because the cinematics were so long and I had to move my mouse. I don't remember what context that was brought up in the past. Lucius Creed or Lucius something? I don't know why that... It wouldn't have been brought up more than once if it didn't matter in some way, but I just don't remember what the original context was. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Also, I noticed a distinct shift to using the UED, or saying the UED and not saying the UEC nearly as much. I think that's probably for the best, and I think, like, it might not hurt to just retcon the whole flippin' campaign and just make them all UED at this point, but I don't think that that's that huge of a deal, to be honest. I think that only probably bothers purists, like lore purists, and I don't think that... There's a suspension of disbelief to say, like, look, it's the UED. That's all that matters, as it exists in the StarCraft cinematic universe. Yeah, man, I think we waited like a year and a half to get this mission, and Luis, man, you gotta live your best life. Work on this at your own pace, but at the same time, like, please. I really... Like, I gotta see everybody die next. I gotta see it. It's gotta be really depressing. The next mission's gotta be super depressing. It's gonna be, like, exclusively taking place on the Heimdall. Everyone's getting killed, and, like, a select few... The mission's gonna be a select few units trying to, you know, haphazardly escape and get picked up by the Spartan, right? That's what's gonna happen? We're gonna get a giant infested battlecruiser Heimdall, like the Alexander from Stukov Co-op. Can you imagine? Yeah, spooky stuff. Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to it. I gotta close this video out, but I feel like I'm on the edge of my seat. Alright, see everyone next time, whenever that will be. Bye-bye.